Hey, welcome back to Custom Auto Connection. It's been a minute since I made a video, a long format video, because everyone likes shorts and that's what gets the views. But looking at the algorithm, what we've been dealing with lately is I'm only a couple hundred away from having 1,000 subscribers and having my public views to be monetized. So basically YouTube gives you a certain amount of views, watch time views, and they have their way of factoring that in, and subscriber count. And pretty much we are at the threshold where I could either take this to another level, try to make money off of this YouTube thing, or just continue to have fun with it, which I'm probably going to try to do both. But in the mix of that, I've been busy. Ain't nothing changed around here. Still messing with my Cadillacs, still messing with cars, still getting my hands dirty. Not as much as before. Mobile mechanic no longer. Basically now they got to bring their car to me. Basically my family grew and I can't be on the side of the road or anyone's apartments. This one right here is my my personal. It is a 99 Cadillac Escalade. We still got the Fleetwood right here. We're rocking with the little newer, little older Escalade right here, and then we still got my Caddy in the back. Basically on this one we're doing upper and lower, not sure if you guys can see that, upper and lower ball joints and a hub bearing. These are the pieces that went out on me. Well, not recently, they've been out, just took me a while to get to till it broke. Rolled this one till the wheels fell off, so I don't know if I'm going to do much talking on this video or how it's really going to go down. But basically I'm not going to edit, try not to edit. Maybe I'll cut, come back to it, we'll see what we do. But yeah, let's get started. I got the jack underneath it, got it ripped apart, how to use some heat. It's older truck, how to use some heat, but everything came off good. Got the axle laying here, got all this rust, basically years and years of grease and rust. So yeah, we're gonna get to it. I'm gonna need my floor jack because I'm gonna get the ball joint pressed in without a press, and so I got to get these jack stands up. I got it all put together without jack stands. Not a good idea, but I did that. So let's get to it. I get a socket. This is how this video is gonna go. I'm just gonna get a socket to hold you guys up. Probably zoom you guys in. Yeah, I'm gonna zoom you guys in. Just 1 second. All right, this right here is gonna be the view we roll with. I'm gonna go ahead and jack this up. All right, got that up right there. Basically, today's Thursday. The goal for today is get this rolling so I can do my last work week day, Friday, in this truck. And my actual goal I got 3 little boys that love to fish, and they want to go fishing tonight. So if I could take this truck out to go fishing, that's what we're gonna do. Years and years of grease, rust, whatever this is. I'm gonna have to power wash this driveway. Since I started the YouTube channel, I really didn't pay attention to my driveway, or since I started working at home. But now that I'm older, man, I got kids that like to play out here. I'm gonna be using soap and power washer lately. And I got gloves. That's how old I got. Alright. So basically, the way I do this, if I'm not going to use a press, which I rarely rent out a press, is I smack them in with the floor jack and a mini sledge. This is a pretty heavy one, 4 pound. Basically, I already took this off right here. Snap ring. Just get a flathead, pry it out the way, and then you should be able just to take that off. And I'm using a pipe. This is a fence pull pipe. Basically, to do this without a press, I'd like it to be out here, this surface, but I couldn't find a pipe or a piece to do that, so I'm just going to get it on this edge. It won't damage the ball inside, the ball joint, and it should be enough. But I would ideally like to be up here with it, but that's in a perfect world, and today I'm not in a perfect world. Alright, let's see. The other thing is I might have to cut this pipe. Probably will somewhere in here, that way I have enough room. There's still a lot of tension in here. I could probably take a sway bar off, maybe that will help me, probably not. Let's see what we can do here. I want it to be on there straight. You know what, I don't think I need to cut anything off. I want my pipe to be set in there. Good. Okay. And on these trucks, most trucks, they kind of go in down at an angle. So you don't want it to be like straight up and down, because the part is not straight up and down. So you kind of want it at an angle. So that's kind of what I'm watching for. I'm going to tap in a little bit. Kind of naturally moved in place when I did that. So basically, be sure not to hit this part. You can hit around it. I like to hit up here, sometimes in here, just to kind of get the tension on. I'm going to jack it up with the actual ball joint bar. Just a little bit of tension. Making sure I'm not messing up the sides. We'll see if this works. If this don't work, I'll go out and rent the press. But I only hit this area once I get the ball joint seated. And it's loud. So don't do this late at night. Rust is still getting knocked out of here. I think it's undercoating. Old undercoating. We're getting somewhere with it. Yeah, like I said, I kind of tap in these areas just for the vibration, but mainly I'm smacking it in the more meaty area. Making sure it's straight. Undercoated. Keeps coming off. You don't want to go too far in because, like I said, it's at an angle. So I probably jacked that up a little too much, but I'm gonna leave it. Try to press it in on this side a little bit more. See if it straightens out. There's splines in here, so once those splines get started, basically it's not gonna slip and move. And I think these splines are already started. I just like to be careful just in case. She's going. This takes a while doing it this way, but it goes. And see, saying I'm getting older the way I be doing stuff, but in reality, I probably should have bought the press instead of doing this, but I already got started. Axle and the safety. Going. She's going. What's good about these hammers is I could actually hit right here without like hitting the ball joint or slipping. You got less of a chance. So if you get a mini sledge, make sure you get like one of these hammers. It kind of helps out. Keep going. This was a customer's car. I probably won't be doing it like this. I would more than likely just buy the press or ret press because I don't have press. But it's my car, so it's all good. Kind of centered up my bar a little bit more pressure. If I was trying to get views, I'd throw this on TikTok and have everybody call me a hack. Probably true though, because this is kind of a hack, but it's all good. kind of slipped off right here, kind of marred up the metal. Metal's kind of getting marred up, but some thick steel, it's not going to be an issue. This truck is old. I don't take it very far. This looks like it's not going very well. So I might have to rent out the tool. We'll see what we can do. I mean, we're up in there, held in, basically by itself. You didn't get the ball joint, but this metal did bend up pretty damn good, so probably leave it like that. Go right to tool. I would use a socket, not that flimsy piece of metal, but this shaft is too long. So that's something to think about when you're doing it. Here's the old one right here. Old one was low-key better if it was maintained because it's serviceable, but what can you do? So I'm gonna cut the camera off real quick right here, see if I either find another pipe or I hit the store just so I could get the this guy in here. Alright, so here's where we're at. Went ahead and got the tool. Ground's all dirty. All the rust, dirt, everything I swept up. Pretty much looks like I didn't sweep it up from banging on it. This is kind of the damage that I caused from trying to smack it in. Usually, like I say, these ball joints go right in. The previous way I was showing you guys. This clamp pretty much is a press. You know, you put a cup underneath and you press it in. Basically, just by putting that down. I mean, self-explanatory. But here's a problem that I'm not liking. You know, it's seated in. Everything's good there, but look how much space. That's all the way down that I have left compared to the old one. The old one was all the way up. Had a bigger hat, or I don't know how to explain that. So I got these from Amazon. I had these ball joints from Amazon, but they're the wrong ones. Supposedly it was for this year. And those down there are too small. These right here might have been too big, to be honest with you, because it was a pain to get this pressed in. And then on top of that, look at that big gap. I would send it, but it being a ball joint, I ain't going to play with it. I'm going to hit AutoZone right now and see if I can smack it out. Let's see how easy as a test. Because I got it up in there pretty good with the press, but let's see how easy I could smack it out. Let's see. I'm going to hit you like that. So just like that, came right out. As you could tell, it was seated real good. Look at that. Look at that. Actually, it's cracked. That's not good. So I'm glad I did that. So I'm gonna hit AutoZone and get the right ball joint, because I ain't rolling with those. Alright, so basically got back from AutoZone and I learned something. It might save everyone time. That's the weird thing about doing videos that I forgot about, is you could label a video many different ways. I could say messed up the control arm. I could say ball joint gone wrong, cheap Amazon parts. You could name them all kinds of different things. As you can see, this one cracked, and from the last little clip, it wasn't seating right. So basically what I found out, and you could tell how marred up that is, there's two different kinds, and two different kinds for the same years, I guess. Basically, we have I think it's a 47 mil and a 45 mil. I don't know if how they're measuring that, But basically one's taller than the other, and basically you want the one that has the grease fitting, and then on top of that you want it to be taller. And basically the ones at AutoZone don't have splines for the wrong one. The one on Amazon did, and that cracked. I'm glad I seen that. We'll see how this one goes on. Basically what I was trying to explain on the last clip is this hat, what I'll call a hat to describe it, this upper mushroom head. It needs somewhere to go. So basically, I'm gonna turn you guys a little bit. I'm gonna get a socket, put it right on top of the hole that it goes to. It moves around. It's not as big as I'd like it, but it being a short socket, you know, I can play with it to get it right. And basically we'll see if this one goes in a lot easier. Maybe this one was I don't really remember, but one's 47, one's 45. Maybe I need 45 and I was forcing a 47 up there. That's probably why it wouldn't go through. I have the tool now, so I'm going to use it. Basically use the socket as one of the pieces, just like that. Just kind of send it confidently. I want to make sure it's, like I say, it's barely enough to like be where it needs to be. There we go. I'm gonna do it by hand, so I'm not forcing nothing. See how it did that? It just scooted. I'll move it a couple of times just because it's a little smaller. So I'll probably send it a little bit, move the socket a little bit, send it a little bit more, so I make sure we're going in straight. I'll tell you right now, it looks a whole lot better. Okay. Sent that enough. So I'm gonna move the socket. Alright, ball joint went in. Believe it or not, I ended up going back to my old way and just smacking it in there. It was pretty rough. No more gloves. Now next part is the hub bearing. And we got the one with the ABS assembly on it, so we want to be careful for that. And then this one did not come with new bolts, so we're gonna have to reuse old bolts on it, which is cool. We got them all. I believe it's these are the axle nuts, and then big ones for the hub. It's a 15. Ball joint was a pain to get through. We got it. We got it. Just like the ball joint, we want to make sure this hub goes in straight. Nice and easy. Okay. That's that. I think what I'm gonna do next. God damn. Is the axle. It's getting kind of dark. Pretty soon you guys ain't gonna be able to see me. Hope I'm talking loud enough. Bam. So much for gloves. But yeah, we got that in. These are held in by, I think they're 15s as well. Woo. I think what I'm gonna do is try to straighten it to where it goes. Maybe I'll see how we'll do this. Just want to get one in at least. That kind of hurts. I'm gonna put the jack under it. Go something like that. Oh, that hurt. Don't do that. Ugh. Don't do that. Do it by hand. Tired. Tired. Here. Sure I'm not missing any. All right. I do need to jack it up though. Can't be scared. I'm gonna clean up this mess first. You should see a mess. Alright, here's where I'm at with it. Got the hub bearing on. Just gotta put the axle nut. Upper ball joint. This guy got loose for now because the ABS sensor, but I gotta remove the old one. So it's getting dark, so Try not to be so shaky, but keep you guys in the loop. So I believe that guy just clips off. I think the new one has a new clip. Kind of hard to do this one-handed. Easier to do with pliers, but I'm working in a mess right now. Alright. Old one out. New one. I gotta jack up. So I'm gonna see if I could try to prop you guys up. See if you guys can see what I'm doing. Let's see. Might be pretty challenging. Kind of the same view. Kind of the same view. I got the jab on here. The axle, I think you guys seen when I accidentally sat on the jack and slid forward. So I kind of gave up on the axle at that point. But it needs to get on there anyway, so. Batteries are dead on this headlamp. It's pointless. Basically, you want to make sure it's lined up. That way you can line it up properly. Basically, all you're going to want to do is line it up. Go more in with it. There we go, that's what we want. I want to make sure it's free. That's what happened last time. Tells me to put too much at an angle. Make sure it's still free. The only thing I want moving is the control arm. Something like that. We want it to stay in place too, so. That's where I jacked it up. It was going good, but I jacked it up right on the piece that I need up. Okay, same thing. That should be a good spot. It might slide up a little bit, but basically you want that lower control arm. You see how it's going? Okay. Make sure I get the brand nut. Okay, brownie nut. It's on there. Just tie it onto something, push it down. It being dark, it's really not helping me. For whatever reason, this ball joint don't fit. Wrong ball joint. How's that the wrong ball joint? Did I put this thing upside down? I don't think. No, it's not upside down. What the heck? Today's just not the day. Today is just not the day. There's some love taps. Love taps. It's kind of hard to see. Almost looked like they weren't fitting. Come to find out, fit the whole time. Cool. Who would have knew? That fit the whole time. I believe that was a 22. There we go, just 22. Y'all sticking it through are real ones. Like I said, I don't think I'm gonna edit this. Let me know what you guys think about me not editing. Anything I cut clips, speed up the process. I didn't think I was gonna film the whole way through, especially when I ran through the ball joint issue, being the wrong ball joint, the wrong diameter. Once I got the new ball joint, it was perfect. So that's cool. Let me know what kind of content you guys want me to make. I mean, after this one on my other Cadillac Escalade, I'm changing the whole front differential. This one, am I proud of how it's turning out? No, not really. But it's done. You know, for these parts being almost 30 years old and me just putting it together so it could get up and rolling. You know, drive less than 10 miles a day in this one. Pull trailers occasionally, so I mean, that ball joint is in there good. Upper and lower ball joints are new. I know they're in there good. You know, did I mar up the surface? Yeah. But honestly, if I feel like that's giving me problems, I could just go to the junkyard. I wouldn't get new for a truck that's not worth, you know, maybe I'm gonna sell it for like $3,000, $4,000. I don't know. 4-wheel drive works. Need to do some AC repairs, but that's just barely. Even with the AC repair stuff that needs to be done on this one, that's barely, you know, AC's out right now, but it was working all up to just recently, so that's pretty impressive. This truck don't owe me nothing. I got like at 200,000 miles. Now it's almost at 300. So that's pretty impressive. So this 22 is slipping now that it's snug. So probably really at 21. Yep. 21. Can't see. Click, click. You hear that click? That's spec. That's just spec. Alright. So now that we did that, this guy should fit in place. Okay, if I remember right, I think that was 13s. It's really hard to see. I'm going to see it through. Tomorrow I'm going to do the brakes. Reality, tomorrow I'm going to do the brakes, and then I'm going to also tighten down all the bolts, make sure they're all good. I was in hopes to finish today, but because it don't look like I'm going to finish today, I ain't going to stress about it. So upper and lower ball joint, basically I need to make sure they're to spec. So I'll do that tomorrow. Basically do that tomorrow. If I finished today, I wouldn't have done that tomorrow, but you know, some of those things, that is what it is. These guys I impact. This guy's giving me a little trouble. It's a 12. Let's see if I have a 12. You guys are my light at this point. It's dark as hell. Okay, let me try this 21 again. I don't want to leave this mess for tomorrow, but it is what it is. We're making progress. We gotta work tomorrow too. So wanted to take this to work tomorrow, but I ain't gonna cry about it. Okay, before I forget, I do want to clip this in correctly. It's hella dark back here, kicking up rocks. Probably don't look dark because you guys got the flash, but I can't see nothing on the floor right now. And I actually might end it right here. It's too dark. Sometimes you just gotta know when to call it, because I gotta put this axle back on. I gotta get the bolt for the thing right here. So look out for a part 2. Thank you guys for thugging it out with me. I'm gonna clean up. By clean up, I'm gonna throw all these tools just under the truck. Show you guys what I'm working with here. Without the flash, it's pitch black, so I couldn't see any of this right now, so it's time to call it. So there's my view. But because I don't want to lose this guy right here. So yeah, tomorrow I'm going to reset, clean all this up. It didn't go as planned as I thought. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching, whoever stuck through. Tomorrow, I'm going to be getting back onto here. Basically I'm gonna do brakes to finish this guy off, brakes, and get it buttoned up. It's a good truck. I mean, this truck is pretty good for the age. But yeah, basically tomorrow I'm gonna make sure everything's tightened to spec. You know, got kind of tired. That ball joint, I can't tell if you can see it or not, but it went in there good. So upper ball joints in, hub bearings in. I just got to tighten up this axle. Got all those bolts, and outer tie rod end, and then button it up, clean up this mess. Go from there. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.